ups and downs are plaguing the Lady Lake Commission. Officials are saying if property taxes don't go up, then the axe is coming down. To make up for a $1.2 million shortfall, the town is faced with dramatically raising its millage rate or cutting jobs or services.
I think we need to start living in the real world. Ever since I've been coming to the meetings and being on the commission, we've been balancing our budget on reserves, and you don't balance a budget on reserves, you balance on income.
Taxes, they may be a dirty word, but they're the cost of supply and service, and the type of service you supply and how much is predicated on what people are willing to pay.
The budget and tax rate will be voted on following a public hearing September 24th.
Thousands of people have come out to Lake Sumter Landing to see Vice Presidential candidate Sarah Palin speak, and the ladies I've talked to are ready to see a woman in the White House.
The sign said it all as women gathered to show their support for Governor Sarah Palin. Go girl, don't mess with Sarah, and we got mama to beat Obama were just a few of the slogans on display.
I think women have come a long, long way, especially in the political arena. And I think that they are very knowledgeable about what's going on and what needs to be done. And I'm 100% sure that Sarah is going to be our vice president.
I think every woman can do everything the man can do, except maybe physically some things, but her brain is just as good.
Oh, I think she'd be a wonderful, wonderful role model because she is a parent. She's got a good family, and she knows government.
We are ready, and we've been ready. We're ready for her. Yes. Reporting from Lake Sumter Landing, I'm Rebecca Underwood. The battle for Okinawa took a terrible toll on American troops, so more soldiers were sent to the island to replace those who had been killed or wounded. Joe Reich was one of those men.
I was there about 2 days. We sent up to the front lines.
Reich battled his way across the island for a couple of weeks until a firefight nearly took his life.
I went up into that foxhole and I crawled in on my belly. And when I was down in there and I straightened myself up, then all of a sudden the lights went on and I saw all kind of colors and I couldn't imagine what happened.
After regaining consciousness, Reich realized he had been shot. His sergeant told him to crawl out of the foxhole, down the hill, and to someone working first aid.
So I took off my helmet and set it on my knee, and I saw a hole about that big in the side of the helmet. Right away I could picture these things you see on television of operating on somebody's head and their brain. All these thoughts run through your mind. And I turned the helmet around, and there was another hole on the other side of the helmet. So the bullet had gone into the helmet liner, across the top of my head, and out the other side.
Reich was medicated and woke up the next day in the first aid station. A doctor came to his bed and put a check on his chart, meaning he would be transferred to a hospital in Guam to recover.
Everybody was telling me, well, you got that $1 million wound. You got the wound that's going to send you back to stateside. I said, well, that was $1 million wound. The government must have kept all of it because I never saw any of it.
This wasn't Reich's only close call. His first day on the island, he was fired upon while in his foxhole. He says if it wasn't for a pile of dirt in front of him, he would have taken a bullet to the chest.
I'm just glad that the good Lord spared me that I'm here today to talk about it.